What's up, everybody? It's 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐿, and we're going to do something a little bit different here. This segment is called Yay Takes, where I'm going to be covering things along the line of NBA 2K, current game situations, or things that's going on in the video game atmosphere, or maybe some current events and applying it to like what's going on in my personal life. I might get personal at some point, but right now we're going to stick with some NBA 2K takes. So the first thing I want to say is what I'm hearing in the comments and a lot of my videos or just in general when I play the game, that off-balling is corny, right? So I personally am a big fan of playing off-ball defense in most like play now on my team. Any time where you have you're controlling one person at a time and the rest are AIs. And I know you don't have a choice in starting five, but when it comes to playing off-ball, it is absolutely necessary. There's three major reasons why you should probably play off-ball defense. And if you're not playing, it's just because you just don't know better. So if you don't know better, I'm about to put you on game right quick. So I have my notes here. One being to guard the cuts. Now, I personally don't really think you need to go play off-ball defense to guard cuts. Because if you're guarding cuts, the best way to do that is to go to your defensive settings. Go to, I think it's off balls. I want to say it's off ball settings. And what happens is you can switch it from, mine is automatically set on gap for some reason. Switch it off a gap and put it on to leave them or moderate. Leave them if they're a person that can't shoot and they just want to send cuts the whole time. Put the setting on leave them. That way the AI will sit back on the cuts most of the time. And moderate is if they are actually pretty good and they can send a cut and good at like knocking down close shots. So moderate gives you a little more time to close out if they get the ball. And it gives you a little more time to switch on to the person that's cutting or defending the cut, and you'd be able to manually defend them down there. Next is playing back end defense. I think this is absolutely necessary. It's hard to play on ball when you're dealing with a pick and roll situation. Now what the other user is doing is getting two additional AIs into the picture, and there's only so much you can do to avoid the screen. If the person has a brain, they're using somebody like SGA or James Harden, they can just shoot right off of that if they're pretty good. So what you want to do is see if they can beat you with the jump shot first and try to fight under manually. You want to see if they can do that. Now, if they can do that, let your on-ball defender do whatever. I would switch the AI onto the on-ball defender and you play the back end. So this is great for somebody who is like pretty good at playing off-ball defense or just a good defender in general. Somebody like Anthony Davis, Chet Holmgren, guys who can show and move their feet a little bit and defend around the rim. Bam Adebayo being another one. So what you want to do is either show early and get back, or you just want to fake hedge and just sit on the cut or sit on the slips. At that point, you have to play back end defense. You're bringing two AIs in the picture by calling the screen in the first place. So if you do that and if you're a person that does that on offense, you get mad when people come in and play off ball defense. Like, that's on you, bro. That's you doing that. Third is 290. Now, 290 is something that I put in a video in a short a few days ago. And it's based off the Mind the Game series with Steve Nash and LeBron James. I've been following that pretty closely. And what Steve Nash goes in to talk about is that the center just kind of sits in the paint, right? Or it's not necessarily the center, but whatever the anchor is will sit in the paint for 2.9 seconds, or they call it 290. So this is smart when you're dealing with somebody who has an inside center, and it's just smart ball. Like, all you're doing is like, hey, that guy can't shoot, so somebody's going to have to come meet me in this paint. When somebody has to come meet you in the paint, then you can 2-9. So if you're going against somebody like Andre Drummond or like a Zubac or Jalen Duren, or like lob threats like Derek Lively's and Daniel Gafford type players where they're in the game, you sit underneath the basket and let them come to you. The great way to go against that is just have the guy come up and set big body screens, but a lot of people aren't good at being shifty, like I said earlier. But that's my yay take for today. This is my first time doing this, so it's only up from here. I'm going to try to edit this in between like 3 minutes, under 3 minutes. So appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you are liking and subscribing if you haven't. And until next time, love y'all. Remember that.